story title is Waves of Time. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe my channel. Chapter 1. An Unexpected Meeting. Anna stood at the edge of the bustling city square, her easel set up, capturing the vibrant scene with each stroke of her brush. Her auburn hair was tied back in a loose bun, and her eyes were focused intently on the canvas. She was lost in her world of colors and shapes when a voice broke through her concentration. "That's incredible," a man said, his voice tinged with awe. Anna turned to see a tall figure with sandy hair and piercing blue eyes gazing at her painting. He was dressed casually, yet there was an air of quiet confidence about him. "Thank you," Anna replied, a slight blush creeping up her cheeks. "I'm Anna." "Jack." He introduced himself, extending a hand. "I'm new in town, just exploring." Their hands met briefly, and Anna felt a spark of connection. Over the next few days, they ran into each other several times around the city. Each encounter was filled with easy conversation and shared laughter, a bond forming effortlessly between them. Chapter 2. Blossoming Affection. Jack was a writer, working on a novel about the human condition and the complexities of love. His temporary move to the city was meant to provide inspiration. Anna's artistry and her unique perspective on life fascinated him, and he found himself drawn to her more each day. Their meetings became more intentional. They explored the city together, discovering hidden gems and sharing stories of their pasts. Jack told Anna about his life as a writer, his struggles and triumphs, and the inspirations behind his work. Anna shared her journey as an artist, the challenges she faced, and her dreams for the future. One evening, as they walked along the riverbank, the city lights reflecting off the water, Jack took Anna's hand. "You inspire me, Anna," he said softly, "in ways I can't even put into words." Anna looked into his eyes, feeling a warmth spread through her. "You inspire me too, Jack," she replied, "more than you know." As the weeks passed, their bond deepened, and their affection for each other grew. They spent countless hours together, lost in their shared passion for art and literature. Their connection felt like a force of nature, something neither of them could resist. Chapter 3. The Turning Tide. Despite their growing love, both Anna and Jack knew their time together was limited. Jack's stay in the city was temporary, and the looming deadline of his departure cast a shadow over their happiness. They tried to ignore it, to focus on the present and savor each moment, but the reality was impossible to escape. One rainy afternoon, as they sat in a cozy cafe, Jack broached the subject they had been avoiding. "Anna, I don't want to leave you," he said, his voice heavy with sorrow. "But my life, my work, it's back in my hometown." Anna's heart ached at his words, but she knew the truth of them. "I understand, Jack," she replied, her voice trembling. "We always knew this day would come." They spent their remaining days together in a bittersweet haze, cherishing their time, but dreading the inevitable separation. Their love had become a beautiful yet fragile thing, a fleeting moment in the vast expanse of their lives. Chapter 4. The Final Farewell. The day of Jack's departure arrived too quickly. They stood at the train station, the sound of announcements and the hustle of passengers a stark contrast to the stillness they felt. Jack held Anna's hands tightly, his eyes searching hers for the strength to say goodbye. "Anna, you've changed me," Jack said, his voice breaking. "I'll carry you with me, always." Tears streamed down Anna's face as she nodded. "And you, Jack, you've touched my soul in ways I never thought possible." The train's whistle signaled its imminent departure. Jack leaned in and kissed Anna deeply, a kiss filled with all the love and pain of their parting. As he boarded the train and it began to pull away, Anna stood on the platform, her heart shattering with each passing moment. Chapter 5. After the Storm. In the weeks that followed, Anna tried to immerse herself in her art, but her paintings now carried a haunting sadness. The vibrant colors she once used seemed duller, the scenes more melancholic. Friends and patrons noticed the change, But Anna kept her pain private, channeling it into her work. Jack returned to his hometown and threw himself into his writing. His novel, now infused with the raw emotion of his time with Anna, began to take shape. Yet, he found it hard to focus, his thoughts constantly drifting back to the woman who had become his muse. Both Anna and Jack wrote letters to each other, long, heartfelt missives that captured their longing and the depth of their feelings. However, neither had the courage to send them, fearing that reopening the wound would only deepen their sorrow. Chapter 6. Unfinished Symphony. Years passed, and life moved on for both Anna and Jack, though the memory of their love remained a persistent ache. Anna's art gained recognition, her melancholic pieces resonating with many. Jack's novel became a success, praised for its emotional depth and authenticity. Despite their achievements, both felt a lingering emptiness. They had built lives around their respective passions, but the love they had shared left a void that nothing else could fill. One day, while sorting through old letters, Anna found the unsent missives she had written to Jack. Reading through them brought back a flood of memories, and she decided to visit the city where they had first met, hoping to find closure. Chapter 7. Crossing Paths. By a twist of fate, Jack had also decided to revisit the city, seeking inspiration for his next novel. As he walked through the familiar streets, he felt a mix of nostalgia and longing. In the city square, Anna set up her easel, painting the bustling scene once more. She felt a strange sense of déjà vu, her heart heavy with the weight of what might have been. As Jack turned a corner, he spotted her, just as he had on that fateful day. Their eyes met across the distance, and time seemed to stand still. For a moment, the years of separation vanished, and they were simply Anna and Jack, two souls connected by a love that defied time. But the moment passed, and reality set in. They approached each other slowly, the pain of their parting still fresh in their minds. "Anna," Jack said softly, his voice filled with a mix of joy and sorrow. "I've missed you." Anna's eyes glistened with unshed tears. "I've missed you too, Jack, more than words can say." They spent the afternoon talking, catching up on the years apart. Their connection was still there, but the distance and time had changed them. The love they once shared was now a beautiful, painful memory. As the sun set, they walked to the riverbank, the same spot where they had confessed their love. Jack took Anna's hand, and they stood in silence, the weight of their unspoken words hanging between them. "Maybe in another life," Jack whispered, his voice breaking. Anna nodded, tears streaming down her face. "Maybe." With one final embrace, they parted ways, knowing that their paths might never cross again. Their love story, marked by its beauty and sorrow, remained an unfinished symphony, a testament to the enduring power of love and the pain of letting go. And as the waves whispered against the shore, their hearts carried the echoes of a love that could never be, a poignant reminder of the distant horizon they could never reach together. That's all for today. See you later. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.